So here we are, the flashbacks now. Now we'll look at the bottom now here as well. So we already look at the stables, the NWO DX, WCW, NWO. So now we'll look at the flashback, the 80s. This is when Hollywood Hulk Hogan was running wild, Hulkamania. So as you can see, obviously he's got to be front and center with the belt. This is the defining moment, loose. About him when I got him when I got a off of eBay with other figures as well. So found that that's one of the best ways to get multiple figures is through lot sales instead of individual, unless you're looking for a specific figure. But in any case, so we'll start off from the left to right again. We have Hacksaw Jim Duggins. In this case, he's holding the American flag instead of the 2x4. Of course, the Ultimate Warrior, his face is covered a little bit. I do have many Ultimate Warriors. My plan is to kind of eventually, well, with any other figure, I do have multiple set of them to kind of put their display in the timeline. And then moving on, again, that's Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And then we have Ultimate Warrior. This is one of the Target exclusive Hall of Fame. The battle pack with Papa Shango. This is when he's going through that phase as well. Then in the back there you have another Ultimate Warrior. Pretty cool figure. Then you have the British Bulldog. Awesome figure. And then in the back of him you have the Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart. And then another Ultimate Warrior. And then I just zoom in the camera so you can see the back here. You can see that we have a bunch of the classics, 80s figures. Now this is a mix of also the Jacks. You can see in the back, Jimmy. We have the Barber. And then we have the Iron Sheik, Coco Beware, as well as some of those other wear as well. But you can see this is a lot of the, try to post mainly the 80s figures here as well. There are some I'm missing, obviously, but meanwhile, that'll be really pretty good. And you got the Honky Tonk Man back there. Pretty awesome figure here as well. So now we'll move on to the new generation era. This is probably perhaps when I really got into understanding what wrestling is. I was too young at that flashback age, but this is perhaps when I really understood what wrestling was. And also, this was the time where WCW were also putting in putting a lot of audience in their seats for their arenas. So this is one of the times the WWE was, or WWF at the time, was really being pushed to perform well, not like now. But from left to right, we have Jerry the King Lawler. I don't think that's his role, but that is certainly his hat. Then we have LOD, Legion of Doom. This is the Legends series. Well, I got this in the loose set as well. It came with all the arm pads and the shoulder pads as well. That's an awesome figure, along with Animal and Hawk both back there. And then we have Shawn Michaels back there. Can't really see him covered, but you can see his legs back there. And then front and center here, I believe, for who are running the show. Shawn Michaels should be up here somewhere, but Razor Ramon, the bad guy, the defining moment one, all accessories included. Awesome figure, even that belt. And then we have that Hall of Fame Target exclusive. All these are exclusive. I wish all the figures were available anywhere you go pick them up, but of course that is the nature of the collection world, chasing after figures and whatnot. But that's awesome figures as well. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Some more of Ultimate Warrior right back there. Then we have the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Mari Gennari. Awesome figures. Then we have one of my customs, if you'll say. This is Bret the Hitman Hart. That jacket is Finn Balor's, the one he has that ringside exclusive Finn Balor. Awesome figure, very detailed. This is a basic, but it really does the job, capture who he is. And then we'll move on to the defining moment, Macho Man. Although this is really pretty bad shape, I did get in a loose and another with the other figures there. But as you can see, the trunks are yellowing and whatnot. So he didn't come with any accessories, so had to put a shirt on here, sunglasses, but hopefully I'll find something. Then we have another defining moment, Macho Man. That is complete set. I actually took that out of the package and put that on there because I had multiple actually. And then looking on up, we have a stunning Steve Austin, HBK, and then we have Kamala with all those accessories. We have the Hart Foundation back there. You see Bret Hart, and then his brother should be there somewhere. Well, not his brother, the Annabelle. Back there he is. Right back there. We have British Bulldog. Some more British Bulldog. And then we have Jake the Snake Roberts, Shawn Michaels back there as well. And then all the way in the back, I just want to point something to you. One of my favorites is one set I have is the Giant Gonzalez. That's an awesome figure. I believe that's the only one they made of him. Jax, that's an awesome figure. So I'm glad I have him as well. And then we have Andre the Giant back there. We have Tatanka, the Warlord, King Kong Bundy, Yokozuna, can't forget him, and Beta, Sid Vicious, and then we have Bam Bam Bigelow back there. Awesome figure. So that was my new generation era. Again, I'm just briefly going through these. If I took my time and do each individual one, take a while. So we'll move on to my favorite era of all times, the Attitude Era, Raw is War. So these are little stickers that I cut off here. So look at the first part and you'll see how I did that as well. So moving on here as well, that's actually before we start as Vince McMahon. I put him in a kind of a ninja outfit there. We have Rick Rude, and then we have Shawn Michaels, LOD as well. That's Vince McMahon. Then of course you can't get Stone Cold, my favorite figure as well back there. The Godfather, awesome figure. And then we have Shawn Michaels, Mr. Perfect, and we have The Rock. Of course, can't forget him. And then we have Goldust back there as well. Sergeant Slaughter, Mankind. Then who was it? Jericho back there. And then we have Goldust, already said. And then we have Hunter Hearst Helmsley back in that, he was in that gimmick. And then we have Edge and Christian, awesome Battle Pack figure. 1, 2, 3 Kid, Shane O'Mac back there. And then we have Shawn Michaels, earlier one. And then we have Devon Dudley, Goldust, Terry Runnels, if you remember her. And more Triple H. This is also Devon Dudley, Bubba Ray Dudley with that mask there. I'm trying to get that figure of the Hurricane in training, Rosie. Crash Holly, awesome figure. Ken Shamrock, that is a Jax with a Mattel roll from Ken Shamrock. I do have him as well, but in mock. Mankind, Shawn Michaels back there. Got Viscera, Team Extreme, Big Show. Then we have the Commish, Cactus Jack, Big Show again. Just awesome set of figures as well. So I know that's not a complete set. I know I'm missing a couple, or more than a couple, but let's just get started as well. So that was the Attitude Era. So now we'll move on to more like the Ruthless Aggression Era / mix, a combination of other figures, just because I didn't have all of them. As you know, some of these I do have figures that don't belong in that generation or in that era, but I just didn't have no other place to put them. So starting out from here, perhaps one of my favorite tag team is Too Cool, Rikishi, Scotty 2 Hotty, and then we got Grandmaster Sexay back there. Those are Jax, this is Mattel, but I mean, figures, those figures right there are awesome. They live up to the expectations. Up to now, they hold the size, obviously, unrealistic, the same size as Rikishi, but overall their outfit attire holds up now. Got the boombox right beside them. We have RVD, got the Boogeyman complete set with the Papa Shango's neck thing, little necklace, whatever accessory. Then we got Hornswoggle, Shawn Michaels, older Shawn Michaels as well. I do have many of him. I got Carlitos with a Bo Leaf shirt on. Got Batista, first time seen Batista. That's a basic Batista. And then we have Stone Cold with his kind of more street attire. At that time, he wasn't really wrestling as much as he was in the Attitude Era. So he was more in the back scene, hurt his neck, whatever it may be. Maybe he was like, hey, I did my work in. But this is the Kurt Angle. And I don't remember what series that Kurt Angle is there, but one of the newer with that True Defect scan. I don't know about y'all, but I do like that True Defect scan because it is it's more realistic than what we had before. So that's awesome. So I hope they continue doing that. We have a John Cena with a Dean Ambrose shirt. Of course, have many John Cena. Bubba Ray Dudley, although he probably should be in the Attitude Era, but again, like I said, ran out of room We have Randy Orton back there, another John Cena, R-Truth. They will finally make the Beast back there, Brock Lesnar, awesome figure. Hulk Hogan, older days as well when he came back. And then we have John Cena. First time we see is ECW legend Tommy Dreamer, Crime Time. Awesome figures. I do have them both in Elite and Basic as well. So that's just kind of the Jax hat accessory that I put on them. And then we see Jeff Hardy back there. There's a Jax figure with the shirt on. Moving on, we have Goldust, and right back there we have Team 3D, Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, Edge and Christian. Awesome figure. I believe that Edge is from that SummerSlam series. Believe it or not, I find that a lot at Walmart. I guess people didn't really want that. We have Christian back there, and then first time Chris Masters. And then back there you'll see the first time NWO in this period when they were kind of WCW dead and everybody's coming over them. And we have JBL. And then moving on back there, we have Bob Holly. Perhaps he should be in the Attitude Era, but put him there for now. And then we have Booker T, Rhino, William Regal back there, Big Show, and then we have Steven Richards, and then Christian, Tajiri, awesome figure. That's the only Tajiri that I have. I believe that's from that Real Scan series from the Jax. They were getting better over time rather than making their bodies huge like that. They were actually going into more realistic as well. So they were getting better. So that was my kind of Ruthless Aggression era. So next we'll move as perhaps one of the favorites section that I have here. I have many. They have all their accessories, their clothes, just a defining moment in time and history in wrestling that in Superstar had. So the Game, Triple H, defining moment. They get that at a really good price as well with all the accessories. The only thing I see that's fault on there is that his head. See, that is not really accurate. So I may have to change that to another head scan that I have. But I do have a lot of Triple H that I can definitely work with that as well. King of Kings, got that Kurt Angle, Elite. With I put that pants on here. It didn't come with the pants. And we got another Triple H back there. Got the Phenomenal one, another Triple H, and then we have Heartbreak Kid. The defining moment. It doesn't. I'm missing that white jacket actually, so I may have to see if I can find that somewhere. So I put that HBK in front of him. I was just saying how I'm missing that white jacket, so I'll have to get that eventually. And then we have the Stinger, that defining moment Sting. It's an awesome figure. All the accessories. Got Stone Cold. That is a Bone Crusher's hat accessory that it came with. But I added on him as well. Got that Goldberg that came with the ring. My Goldberg, I don't know about everybody else's. His legs are loose, so it's find it hard to stand him up sometime. But then we have now Shawn Michaels, and then defining moment, John Cena, when he's going the Thugonomics. Moving on, we have a Nature Boy with the robe from Jax figure, I believe. Batman, Rey Mysterio with the battle pack with Kofi Kingston. Shane O'Mac. We got Here Comes the Pain. Brock Lesnar. We got that ringside exclusive. Well, actually, this is Walmart exclusive. Heartbreak Kid. I believe this is the one where you could build that Heartbreak hotel set along with the bad guy. That's an awesome figure as well. I'm thinking about taking his face scan and putting it on that Razor Ramon. But anyways, I think they're both very similar. They got some more Ultimate Warrior. Got The Rock, Just Bring It shirt overlaying the SmackDown. Got Kane, Undertaker, and then we'll have another Triple H back there as well as Kurt Angle. And then right back there you have Stephanie McMahon. Let me see if I can get she's all the way back there. Kind of hard to see her back there, but so that was kind of more of a street clothes defining moments. So we'll continue on. The next one is still the Ruthless Aggression era. Right off the bat we have Hornswoggle, Hurricane, got Chris Benoit, that is a custom. Basically that's Brian Pilgrim's body basic with a Jack specific Chris Benoit head swap. You got Chris Masters, you got Kurt Angle back there. Now we got a TNA Kurt Angle with that the Team Angle hoodie that came with Kurt Angle. I actually bought that in one of those accessories set. We got first time we see Latino heat with that Latino World Order. I would love that being big as well, and with the United States champion. First time we see CM Punk, I believe, with that ECW belt. Test, awesome figure. And then we have Kurt Angle, Murdoch. Just all the figures back here as well. Some of these are repeats, as I was stating to you. One of my goals is to kind of condense them if I have multiple of them, because to make sure that we have them as well. So, ensuring that we kind of don't have too much repeats on there. But Carlitos, you got Great Khali, Bobby Lashley, Snitsky, and then Kurt Angle back there as well. So Mark Henry, Eugene, obviously can't forget him, but Sabu, Chavo Guerrero, Ricky Guerrero, you got Johnny Morrison, RVD. So awesome set as well, kind of ruthless aggression / just somebody where I could find as well. So yeah, that looks pretty good there. So now we'll move on to more of the newer era figures that we have. So in here, this is more the newer / you'll see some Crime Time, obviously older, but for the most part anyways, newer figures here is newer superstars in this generation. So we have Luke and Gallows. Those are basic. I just had some trench coat happening laying around. I gave him the SmackDown tag team. He's wearing it. His fell off here. So to put that on, we got the Usos with the Raw tag team belt, basic as well. Got we have the Bar, who are the Raw SmackDown tag team champions at the moment. So we have Crime Time. Have another AJ Styles. This is a custom. Well, the only really custom part was the arms here, but this is Seth Rollins. Trying to make it all black, but to make sure I paint that shoulders there so it can really be all black. They have another. We have a Finn Balor back there. Awesome figure. That was basic. I just put a shirt over him. And then move on up. We have the Shield back there. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and then got Seth Rollins. We got Sami Zayn with a Yes shirt. Then we'll go for the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt, that is a Daniel Bryan with that mask on, sheep mask on. More Bray Wyatt. And then we have Braun Strowman, Eric Rowan. Then we got CM Punk, Elite, awesome figure. Got Neville, the new All Elite Wrestling signee. Got How You Doing. Maybe they should get him as well. How You Doing. More Cena back there, and then we finally see a Demon Balor, the New Day, Jason Kidd with Dean Ambrose, another Jason Kidd, and then we got Cody Rhodes, and we got the New Day back there as well, WrestleMania entrance. So yeah, that was the newer figures. Next, we'll move on to the Hasbros. Now, I won't go into detail in these because I did the Hasbro video, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you check that out as well. But I had to put them in a place somewhere to show their display as well, since I did take where they were originally, condensed it, but also I used that for the mock displays, which I will show you all in another video, so keep a lookout for that video as well. So mainly a few call outs that I recently got were Shinsuke, some of the newer Hasbros, Sting, got Triple H back there, Mankind, Daniel Bryan. Then we have The Rock, Stone Cold, and then we got Sting right back there as well. Mainly some of the new ones that I got. That's all that I see on there as well. Andre the Giant is back there. But those are newer ones that I got. So moving on. This is more the general managing commissioner / manager section here. So let me zoom out here so you can see. All right, so we'll go Ric Flair. This is the Vince McMahon head with the body swap. Forgot his name now. We got the Authority, Triple H, his wife Stephanie, and then we have the commish, Shawn Michaels, along with the newer general manager of Monday Night Raw, Kurt Angle, and then we have JR. That is actually a Paul Bearer body that just swapped out his head. The $1 Million Man, got Ricky Guerrero back there. We got Shane O'Mac, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Got the player, holla holla heavy here. Teddy Long right back there as well. I'll far forget this is William Regal as well. That's a Jack's body with the Nature Boy Build-A-Figure Walmart exclusive body. Stephanie McMahon, another $1 Million Man. And right back there we have Kurt Angle. This is one of the first ones that Commissioner Kurt Angle came out. Commissioner Jax, Mankind, Mick Foley. Then we have Paul Heyman back there. Another Kurt Angle. Corporate Kane back there. So that's pretty cool. I try to get as many as I can for the Commissioner. Of course, I'll also show you my arena, which they all come into play as well. So moving on up, they're mostly newer figures as well. Some of these are repeats. This is a custom Finn Balor instead of buying the one with the red tires. That's a Daniel Bryan body. Finn Balor's head on with his arms as well. So pretty easy custom to make. And then we got a few call outs. We got CM Punk's back there. And then JBL, but Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Shinsuke Nakamura, Chris Jericho. So some of these are repeats to say. That's how I'm working on to kind of condense them to keep them more of one figure at a time. But for the meantime, this does work as well. So moving on, we'll move on to perhaps one of my favorite section, which is the Dead Man and Kane, Brothers of Destruction. I've been meaning to print off a label here so I can put it right down the middle so we can see. But this is an awesome section. One of my favorites as well. I'll try to collect as many Undertaker and Kane as I can to make sure that I can add them to my collection in different periods throughout their wrestling career. So starting off, we'll go with Paul Bearer. That's that new Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions. Target exclusive. And then that Kane's awesome Kane. That is a head that I had got somewhere. I don't remember, but I just put his head on and with his mask and his arm. I think that looks great. And then we'll have that other Kane's all the way back there as well. You can see some mixture of elites, basic. Got a couple Jacks as well, earlier Jacks, and then some of the newer Jacks figures as well. So. And then now we'll move on to the Undertaker, the Dead Man in. Got the American Badass. Some old school Undertaker, newer ones. Some WrestleMania Undertaker. Just some defining moment Undertaker. We have them all here. What I did around it was I put some coffins around it. And then with that red coffin, purple one back there. And then put some urns back there. And then rest in peace sign right there. So it gives you that kind of dark illusion that it had. Awesome section. Perhaps one of my favorite ones. So moving on up to more of the newer figures as well. So some of these are more repeat. You'll see Neville back there, Shelton Benjamin, some more of Finn Balor, Edge and Christian, Batista, RVD. Well, my next thing I'll show you. Just keep a lookout for the Finn Balor video. Got some customs over here. Great Finn Balor. You got John Cena, Almas. So yeah, again, some are more repeating figures as well. So we'll move on to the third to last section, which is gonna be one of my favorite sections. Rey Mysterio. This is nothing but Rey Mysterio. Well, I should say they're a mix of luchadores, Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara. Los Matadores, got Eddie Guerrero back here, but for the most part, we got Kalisto, but for the most part, it should be all that theme of all masked luchadores. Just kind of very different. Rey Mysterio, I do have some are duplicates on there. For example, these two, then you have the blue Rey Mysterio, and you have another one back there. But for the most part, they're really consistent as far as being very different eras from their time as well. But I want to keep them all here. So this is an awesome figure as well. I've been thinking about moving this on up so we can see all the Rey Mysterios and Luchadores. The ones back there are more of the Jacks. Their bodies are a little bit off proportion. But I still keep them. That's why I put them back there as well. This section, moving on, is more of the Jacks Pacific / just different eras or generations or different figures that I didn't really have a spot for. So I just kind of decided to put them here. They are still pretty cool as well, but I didn't have a specific area for them, so I just kind of put them here. As you can see there, these are kind of awesome figures. And then moving on to the last one, also another kind of different era slash nowhere really to put them, so I kind of just added on there. I did try to keep all these Samoans on here as well, so you see Jimmy and Jey Uso, different variants of them as well. Then you have The Rock, then you have Roman Reigns. But other than that, it should be all big shows back there. Stings. So yeah, then we have one part of the LOD back there. If I find another one, maybe I'll put them on display. And they got Booker T. So yes, that's my 2019 collection. So again, this is 2 parts. Make sure you haven't seen that part reviewed. Check that first video out. This is the second part where I review the other figures. Like I said, this is just a really basic overview of the figures, nothing in depth or in detail. As far as articulation, face scan, body, proportion, basic or elites or whatever it may be. But if you do want to see a specific figure review or a specific question about them, just let me know. Thank you all for watching. Please check out my other videos and be sure to follow and like and subscribe, as I have more plans of more videos coming up here. Next one, I believe, well, you'll be surprised, but just keeping the lookout. Until next time.